Hey players, welcome back to KT Gaming, your go-to channel for everything gaming and tech. Today I'm diving deep into EAMotive's upcoming Iron Man game, which is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated superhero games in recent years. However, the developers have a tough choice ahead of them, particularly when it comes to the gameplay mechanics that will make or break this title. I'll be exploring the different paths they could take and what fans could expect from an Iron Man experience. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to the sources that helped me shape today's discussion, including GameRant, IGN, and Polygon. Now, let's suit up and fly into the heart of the matter. Let's start off by taking a look at Iron Man's history in video games. The character has appeared in several titles, from early arcade games to his own standalone games, and of course, the Marvel's Avengers game by Crystal Dynamics. Unfortunately, most Iron Man games haven't been able to capture the true essence of being Tony Stark, either due to limited technology or poor design choices. The last major appearance was in Marvel's Avengers, where the gameplay was criticized for being repetitive, with Iron Man's flight mechanics feeling restrictive rather than liberating. The history sets the stage for EAMotive's challenge. They need to create a gameplay experience that not only does justice to Iron Man, but also sets a new standard for superhero games. Given the power of Unreal Engine 5, which EAMotive is using to develop the game, the potential for creating a more immersive Iron Man experience is huge. The game is being developed for PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and PC, which means next-gen graphics and gameplay. Fans hope this will bring the high-speed flight, combat, and sheer power of the Iron Man suit to life in ways we've never seen before. Now let's dive into one of the biggest challenges. Should the game lean towards a simulation-style experience or something more arcade-like? According to GameRant, a simulation could give players a deeper connection to Tony Stark's suit, requiring them to manage power, repair systems, and strategize during battles. This could deliver a more immersive and authentic experience, but it runs the risk of becoming overly complex and less accessible to casual gamers. On the flip side, an arcade approach would focus on fast-paced, high-flying action with streamlined controls. This could open up the game to a wider audience, but it risks becoming repetitive, if not executed well. We've seen this with Marvel Avengers, where initial excitement over Iron Man's abilities quickly turned into criticism over the lack of depth. Fans want the ultimate Iron Man fantasy, and EAMotive knows this. In a recent update, Motive's general manager Patrick Claus confirmed that hitting a major internal milestone has allowed the team to lay a robust foundation for the game. He also mentioned that Iron Man is a key priority for the team, despite their involvement in other projects like Battlefield. What does this mean for gameplay? Fans are looking for the perfect mix of power and vulnerability, flying at supersonic speeds, firing repulsors from the sky, and battling foes with cutting-edge tech, all while maintaining a sense of challenge. Games like Anthem have shown how exhilarating flight mechanics can be, and many are hoping that the new Iron Man game builds on those successes, while avoiding the missteps that plagued Anthem. Looking at other successful superhero games can offer some insight into what works. Marvel Spider-Man is often hailed for its fluid movement and engaging combat, and these are the kinds of elements EAMotive should be considering. Players want to feel like Iron Man. This means flight that's intuitive and exhilarating, combat that's strategic but accessible, and a story that keeps them invested from start to finish. Another comparison is the VR game from Iron Man VR, which was praised for its immersive flight mechanics. While EA's Iron Man will almost certainly be more expansive in scope, elements of that experience should provide valuable lessons on how to make players feel like they are truly inhabiting the suit. EAMotive also faces potential pitfalls, and one of the biggest dangers is over-reliance on microtransactions. As we saw with Marvel's Avengers, games that prioritize live service elements and monetization at the expense of gameplay often leave fans disappointed. According to Push Square, EAMotive is likely keenly aware of this risk and is working to strike a balance. Another issue is to avoid repetition. Iron Man's abilities need to evolve over time to keep the gameplay fresh. Constantly battling the same enemies in similar settings will lead to player fatigue, something that superhero games like Marvel's Avengers and Anthem fail to address. One aspect fans are eager to see is the balance between Tony Stark's story and Iron Man's gameplay. A great superhero game doesn't just deliver in terms of combat, it also explores the character behind the mask. EAMotive is expected to dive deep into Tony Stark's psyche, possibly even pulling from iconic comic storylines like Demon in a Bottle. This could add depth to the game and provide moments of introspection amid the high-octane action. However, it is crucial that these story elements are woven seamlessly into the gameplay, rather than slowing things down or feeling disjointed, like a lot of fans felt was what made Spider-Man 2 story a little worse. For example, the Venom and Peter segment of the story, fans felt like that should have been a lot longer than what it was. Like that was like what, a total like 3 to 4 missions, and I honestly feel that too. And we didn't really see much with Harry and Venom's kind of like thing that was going on. That was only to like the end of the game. I'd say towards the end of the game felt really like rushed. But that's me. Let me know what you guys think down below. In the end, EAMotive's toughest challenge is deciding how to balance accessibility with depth. They need to create a game that feels true to Iron Man's character. One that's fast-paced, strategic, and fun to play. Whether they lean more towards simulation or arcade-style gameplay, the decisions they make now will shape the success of the game. As of now, we know that the development team is making solid progress, and with the game's foundation in place, it is only a matter of time before we get more concrete details. As EAMotive continues to develop the game, fans are on the edge of their seats. Will they deliver the immersive Iron Man experience we've all been waiting for? Only time will tell, but the potential is there for something groundbreaking. Now players, let me know what you guys think down below. What do you hope to see from an Iron Man game? And as always players, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more updates on all things Iron Man, gaming, and tech. Now players, I genuinely think that this game gotta be really careful with their microtransactions, because I feel like for Iron Man himself, there should be like a diverse skill tree with like, let's say flight controls, for example. Like a certain skill tree or skill point unlocks like your speed is like 5% faster or 10% faster, and then you upgrade that. And like maybe like they should have the skins, save the skins for microtransactions, and even then keep it to a minimum, because microtransactions honestly ruin any kind of game. Like I feel like in any game, like if Marvel Spider-Man had a lot of microtransactions, that'll make people like dislike the game in that aspect. And I also feel like the story, like I wonder what the story would be like for this game. Let me know what you guys would want to see in an Iron Man story game. And the open world, I cannot wait to see how they build that. Flying at supersonic speeds, stopping crime. Like that's what I'm trying to see. Like I wonder what kind of scale the crime will be at, because it's not going to be like Spider-Man kind of crime, like stopping some muggers or stopping them from robbing a store or breaking in somewhere. It's not like that, you know what I mean? Like kind of something more higher level than that. Like something more Avengers level threat, you know what I mean? Like, or Iron Man worthy threat. But let me know what you guys think down below. All your thoughts, all your opinions, feel free to drop them below. And players, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.